Hey everyone, how are you? Greetings to you all, know your capacities and respective talents. I'm called Ivan Muria. Madam. Muria. I'm called Ivan Mukasa from Wama Innovations. Well, today I'm privileged to be here before you. Throw a few points about flight simulator innovation. I thank the organizers, thank the dignitaries for the camp for us, and I thank everyone who attended. Well, my definition of flight simulator innovation is the advancement, technology, design, improvement, and functionality of flight training devices. What are flight training devices? These are replica of real aircraft, but on ground. And you haven't had a chance going down there. There's just one down there. It's a 170. Okay? So in the 21st century, we're using these flight training devices to acclimatize ourselves into the world of actual flying. Okay? It's always hard for someone sitting up in the cockpit for the first time, looking up on those gyros, doing a lot of chemistry up and down. Trust me, for a beginner, for the first 20 hours of your flight training will be gone with. So, with the innovation of flight training devices, here is how we come in. You get acclimatized to the whole environment of the cockpit prior actually sitting in the actual aircraft, badging into the air doing drills. At the comfort of that seat, with less risk, trust me, you won't go around. Okay, now let's try to elucidate the whole art of simulation by definition. We have virtual reality, or VR, and augmented reality. This is enhancement of realism, effectiveness during the course of flight training in a simulator. We have advanced visual systems. Once you go down there, you're going to look at screens. Okay, that's what we call visual advanced systems. 360 degrees of view with high definition, HD, scenery. To replica the real scenery that you would have encountered if you actually doing the flight. So, in past days, flying was intricate for many reasons, okay? And I've come to realize most of the guys who like to become pilots, because would wish to become pilots. They have that art of becoming pilots, but they have the other phobia of heights. Now imagine a scenario. You want to become a pilot, you have a phobia for heights, okay? And this is a true story. I wanted to become a pilot, but yet I had a phobia for heights. You know what they had to do at school? They had to acclimatize my whole situation of phobia into a simulator. After having got right with the whole situation of flying, then I bumped myself into the cockpit, and the rest is history. Yeah. Try to embrace the technology of simulation. It's the way to go. Okay, motion systems. At Wama Aero Innovations, we're really fighting hard to have these so-called motional platforms. We call them motion platforms locally, but we call them linear actuators. Okay. In the modern world of aviation, test study simulation, we have linear actuators. Okay. The whole cockpit sits on something that can turn back 3 degrees or 6 degrees of freedom to actually replica the actual turn that you would have encountered in actual flight. Isn't that incredible? And I'm here to tell you, whoever would like to become a pilot, please do enroll, because in the modern world, flying is as easy as learning how to ride a bicycle. But what do we lack is the equipment. We lack the equipment that can enhance us learn flying the easier way. Okay? Simulation is the way to go. You can learn how to fly in a blink of an eye. Okay? Next, we have artificial intelligence. Oh, young lady here has been talking about artificial intelligence. Yes, it does exist. Okay? This one will help us act as a power tool. Okay? To help pilots get used to the actual drills that they are supposed to encounter during their course of training. So, let me tell you something. It's much more easier to learn a drill in a simulator than after put it in practicing an actual aircraft than learning how to do a drill in an actual aircraft. I've seen that, and I can bet my neck on it. Next, data analysis during the course of flight training. Let's study simulation. It's much more easier to do data analysis on the student pilot during the course of simulation. We look at the student's attitude toward failed drills. There's that time when we really take time to look at the student's attitude after him or her having failed on a drill. Okay? And we correct that error when necessary. Alright? There is that time when we look at the student's performance and behavior. Okay, some students are really aggressive on the controls. I've really had some students enthusiasts come at my place. I'd like to really try out the thing. I think I can roll with it. Say, okay, you have control. And this guy is so aggressive on the control. Now you imagine, you're in mid-air, 5,000 feet, 7,000 feet. Guy goes aggressive on the wheels, on the controls. And you're gonna call kiss gears, right? So, we do that analysis on students and advise them prior taking their lives into the actual aircraft. What I said was, the fight is flight risk, reducing flight risk. In a simulator, we reduce flight risk. Okay. Next, why are flight simulator innovations more sought after in the 21st century? In other words, what are the benefits of flight simulation? The benefits of flight simulation are so ambiguous. If I'm to really sit down here and illustrate them, we will take the whole day. But I guess I'm giving 15 minutes. Okay. We're looking at improved training effectiveness here. There is room for error, correcting error in a flight simulator. So for instance, a student is on an exercise of doing sit turns. Okay? You have all the time to pause the scene, give him instructions, after unpause, let the student get into the drill. Practice always is perfect. Trust me, if the student goes on in the actual aircraft, it's just a matter of getting a whole situation. You won't later. Okay. Increased safety. In aviation, we look at safety as something very important. Remember, you have one soul. You cannot subject it to risk. Why don't you get acclimatized in the whole situation of flying in a simulator? By the time you get into the actual aircraft, the flight risk. Okay, customization. There are situations where we may fail to fly in the aircraft, but can replicate them in a simulator. Okay? Say rain, say foggy, say scattered clouds, say, thunderstorms. Then you can see how you test your guard on that, because you never know. You could be flying from Entebbe to Soroti, midway you encounter a scenario. But it's much more easier to get rid of it after having encountered it in simulation. We're looking at basics acquired in the simulator. They're the same basics. Remember, you are going to apply the actual error. We're looking at checks acquired in the simulator. Remember, they're the same checks that you're going to apply when you're actually flying. We have the procedures. They're the same procedures that you're going to maneuver when you are actually flying. Okay. All in all, cut the story short. This is to ease the course of flight training and simplifying the art of flying. Well, time is short. Where do you see ourselves with this issue of flight simulator innovation in today's world, as a country and as a company? Very important. And as a company, we are looking at building more capacity, trying to put up more flight training devices to ease the entire process of flight training. Trust me, with simulation, you cut the time and the costs. I can't argue over that. Cut the time and the costs you have spent with your flight training. And the whole process is a saving process. You save a lot of money. Money and time. Okay. With this kind of simulation, here at Mama Aero Innovations, we've started doing simulator parts. And any company that would like to have these parts, we have. We have Genuity, you can afford things. You're going to sit down there. We have a sample of the instrument panel, done locally here, done by us, and it serves the purpose. Go watch yourself. We have the switch panel. Okay, we have the generator. We are almost 80% putting out these simulators locally here. And our parts go for a very, very minimal and cheap price. Not in foreign currency, but in local currency. Trust me, simulation is critical to simplify the whole art of flying. So, in so doing, this company can bring on revenue. Okay? We can export this to interested parties. Trust me, we are only looking for our bosses to endorse us and give us that golden hand. Trust me. We have a Boeing 737. Now, you know that Kenyans have been here and have really had it with the Boeing 737. And I know, too, Kenyans that have come to our facility have enjoyed the privileges of a 737 and now are first officers in Kenya. In a way, first officers. Everyone can fly. What are we lacking is the equipment. Once we have the equipment, everyone can become a pilot. Trust me. And my boss, after this, I'm on your doorsteps. I'm more than ready. Have enough. So, we're looking at Uganda, strategically located in the heart of Africa, okay? we're calling on government to at least throw a little subsidy on what we are doing. Subsidize, kind of subsidize on what we are doing. So that at least we can become the next Ethiopia, the next South Africa, and the next Nigerians. I've been to South Africa, and I've seen how they do things. Simulation, first time. And I was wondering, why would a 21-year pilot fly me from JF Kennedy to Guangzhou on a Boeing 747-400? 21 years! 21 years! Full captain. And the reasoning is very simple. These guys start flying at a very tender age. All they know is flying. All they know is flying. Okay? The guy gets his first license at the age of 16. 2 years down the road, 1.5 years road, commercial pilot's license. Okay? 8 months, type rating. Why is it that? Who can give me a right guess? Because they have equipment. At every stage there is an equipment. There's $1 million question here for commercial pilots. I've met a lot of commercial pilots who are really asking me, Ivan, what next after commercial pilot's license? They tend to linger in between. Gentlemen, wake up and ladies. Why do they linger between? They are not either getting type rated and they are not having those appropriate hours, okay, the 1,500 hours, at least to get somewhere, and they are in between. They're having 250 hours, 180 hours, and this guy is lingering around in between because you very well know how much it really costs to get a type rating. Let me tell you something. If you want to get a type rating, you either have to enroll as an instructor, for which it calls for funds, okay? Or buy your own plane, write those 1,500 hours, get booked with them, then go for type rating. But along the way, the funders, who are the parents or the agents, do not certainly know the dynamics of aviation. They say, ha 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 ha, my kid, my daughter, my son has finished commercial pilot's license. I think tomorrow he's going to become an airliner pilot. Here comes in, I should not enroll as an instructor, I need more money. He says, no, I've really pumped a lot of money in here. We all know how much it costs to put up a pilot. Your own siblings need this money. You could find your way out. So these guys are in between. Okay? How about if government really subsidizes? We have the equipment. None of these commercial pilots would linger. They would just come to us, enroll, make use of the equipment. Because all type ratings are done on simulators. So, ladies and gentlemen, centered as we are, we can become okay, we can get privileged, have this equipment, and at the end of the day we can see Tanzanians coming over here instead of going to South Africa. Okay? Kenyans coming over here instead of going to Ethiopia. Okay? Rwandese coming over here instead of going to, and on and on and on. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Let us embrace technology. Technology has already come before us. Why should we shy away from it? This ain't rocket science. It's the model of doing things. Let's embrace it. Okay. And at the end of the day, the most skilled pilots, the most skilled and competent pilots we're gonna have, okay, the more we shall turn into South Africa, Ethiopia, Nigeria, exporting on pilots. because we shall have them here in abundance. And trust me, no pilot has a type rating will sit unemployed. Okay? No pilot with a type rating will sit unemployed. So, yes, we can. All right. How is Wama Aero Innovations going to play a role in all of this? Yes, we understand we are a young company, and we are there to be advised, young as we are, and we highly thank Sorority Flying School. Sorority Flying School has always been there for us, advising us here and there. Big up Sorority Flying School. We thank you so much. All right, like I said, Wama Aero Innovations is a young company. Founded 2023, for a registered company, limited by shares, growing day by day. But we don't want to grow alone. We want to grow along with you guys. Okay? All right. After having dearly talked to our bosses, Madam, this goes to you. After having dearly talked to you in a more juicy and large way, Wama Aero Innovations, we shall be with the capacity of leasing out simulators. Why are we doing this? We know putting up a simulator is not something easy to come by. Simulators are more expensive than actual aircraft, and we're here to serve the people. So the easier way for any actor to acquire the flight training device, certified by CAA. Hello? Certified by CAA, we believe we shall have the capacity to certify the market. Okay, we are into the ingenuity of production of flight training devices, simulators, simulator parts like you're going to see evidently down there at our store. Okay? Simulator software, simulator hardware. In Uganda, if you're looking for any of those, trust me, we're you guys, and welcome. We have a fully, I would say, virtual ATC station to help out young pilots on the competence of radio. Therefore, we have the technology, we have the software. And we have, and we help people. Once you're there and you feel you want to have a grip of the control column, you want to feel how it feels like flying, you're most welcome. And finally, Wama Aero Innovations, we are highly open for business, contracts both short and long, after having been certified by the Honorable Lady. And we are in for new ideas. We are cooperative, new innovations, we welcome them, and we are in for partnership at any one time. This is our capacity. This is what we hold on to as Wama Aero Innovations. We have 3 172 gyro instrument aircrafts. We have a D1000, one D1000, glass cockpit. We have coming up an helicopter Bell 206 jetline helicopter. Whoever feels like flying an helicopter, please give me a call. We have a Boeing 737, and we start on our ATC station. I highly salute you all. I'm so humbled before you, and I thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you.
Another round of applause for Captain. say that